Gentlemen, hello, welcome back from the MLG offices in New York City. I'm Axel Toss, joined by Axlab. We're watching IEM America's qualifiers for Singapore involving the North Americans.
That's right. In fact, this exact game, we've got QXC versus State. This is game number 2, lower bracket elimination match. The loser, of course, is out of IEM Singapore's. In Stage 2, only the top 16 of the Americas were able to qualify for this event. Top 2 get that all expenses paid trip to IEM Singapore. Of course, here in the bottom left-hand location of Derelict Watcher, down 0-1, has to win this map to maintain his chances at getting an all expenses paid trip to IEM Singapore.
Yep.
We have Root Gaming's State.
I think he is perfectly capable. I think there were a lot of moments in that last game. Like, he misclicked those stalkers, man. He literally threw away 4 or 5 stalkers.
That was pretty brutal.
At that point in the game, and he still kept it mildly close. Like, that's the thing. So it's like, I feel like State's in a situation where he's like, okay, I lost that game because I made a silly misclick. I screwed up. I'm human. People aren't perfect. I make mistakes. That's fine. I'm thankful this is a best of 3. I think I can take this guy. I can win 2 in a row here. That's what's going through State's mind. Meanwhile, his opponent in the top right-hand location from Team Complexity, 3-letter name, QXC. QXC is very confident with that game 1, but he's probably like, you know what? My opponent made a misclick, so I shouldn't be confident. I should be confident, though, since I'm really good, but I shouldn't be overly confident, which is why scouting with an SCV, trying to make sure exactly what's going on.
That's right, of course, QXC going for the command center first.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's
Economical.
interesting is if you look at QXC, he's got a cross map first.
Yes.
So he definitely had the idea, you know, when you scout cross map, you actually make it so there's a possibility that it'll take a long time to scout your opponent, because let's say your opponent was in the top left and you got a cross map, then bottom right, then top left.
Right.
You're going cross map twice basically,
yeah.
and only the close distance once.
I agree 100%. But I think what QXC was thinking is that this is a 2-spawn map. So his opponent can only be in the bottom left.
You're right.
So that would be my theory on that topic.
Absolutely correct. For some reason, I thought this was Frost. I have no idea why.
It's okay.
My brain is going
haywire
right now.
It's fine. That's a great point, though, about scouting cross map on a 4-player map.
On Frost or Whirlwind, yeah. Unfortunately, we are.
You put that so perfectly, or like a Talon Altar. That would apply too.
Oh, for sure.
But
here we are in Derelict Watcher.
Yeah, Derelict Watcher, 2-spawn map, and it's deceptive because there are bases in the bottom right and top left. In fact, those are arguably. I'm so happy you brought that up because those are arguably the most important bases on this map.
If it goes late game.
Yeah.
If it goes late game,
oh,
yeah,
boy.
for sure.
Skirmishes will happen at those places. 4th base is very important too. It's very open, hard to take sometimes. 3rd base too is pretty open in a sense. I mean, it's kind of closed off up its own little ramp. But in order to get there, there's a lot of open space. It's pretty far away from your main base. So this is like a really dynamic map, really fun map. There's a lot of open space in the middle. So Prodosses generally don't want to take engagements in the middle of the map. They want those choke points, which involves a lot of sentries for force field. So we'll see what happens here. Storm is a big part of, I think, strategies on this map because it's storms you can just... storms can work in open space is the basic idea there.
You know what's interesting is how safe both the players are playing. You know, QXC went command center first into 3 barracks.
Yep. Before
any gas, and then he got 2 gas in the tech lab, and he's going straight for a stim pack. So, pretty much one of the safest turn opens you can do is the command center first into 3 barracks without gas. And on the other hand, you have State went for the 1 gateway expansion straight into Robo to get the observers as fast as possible. Of course, makes him safe against Widow Mine drops. He wants to kind of send that observer out across the map to see what his opponent is up to. So both players really just, at this point in the game, trying to feel out their opponent. And this is actually really cool. You know, QXC went command center first, but he still got a Reaper. That's actually not common at all. This is something QXC does. I've seen him do it multiple times before, is saying, you know what? Normally, Terran scan at like the 750 mark to see what the product is up to. Instead, at the 630 mark...
So now, do you still like it?
I still like it because if you look at QXC's vision, what did that Reaper see, right?
Robo.
He saw Robo and additional gateways. And a Forge.
Could an SCV have seen that?
No.
Okay.
SCV would have died
to the sentries.
Yeah, the
because
sentries.
the SCVs don't have jetpacks.
Exactly. Jetpacks are a valuable benefit to your maneuverability.
Yes, yes, indeed. You had a jetpack once. Tell that story.
So I had a jetpack once, but
You won it, didn't you? You won like a science competition. You were telling me about that.
I did, but here's a top secret. I don't know if I can say this.
I mean, if you don't want to, like.
So here's the thing. It's like, you know I'm a Protoss player, right?
Yeah.
I kind of jetpack to Ire. But like there's stuff that happens on Ire that has to stay on Ire.
I can't believe you just told everyone that.
So I mean that's all I'm gonna say. It has to stay on Ire.
See, you know what? I think most people aren't gonna believe you. So I think we're okay.
We're okay. We're okay. We're
but
just gonna leave it at that.
Be careful. Don't tell them about. Actually, we need to. Okay, so PVT, QXC versus State. QXC's up 1-0. IEM America's qualifiers.
He's even blocking the third base.
Oh. I would also put a warp prism right next to, or not, a widow mine right next to that engineering bay.
That would be mean.
Into the ground.
That would just be mean. So that one zealot comes to cancel it.
Yes.
Just blown up in the face.
Sickest thing ever. And he's like, "Where'd the zealot?" And then you're like, "The engineering bay killed the zealot." He's like, "What? How? Don't ask questions. That's what happened."
Look at this observer spread from State though. He's really on top of things.
I like it.
Of course, QXC, the SCV and eBay did spot that war prism, so he's going to be thinking about that counter possibility.
It's a healthy army there.
If you look at the upgrades tab, we do have 1 attack versus 1 armor, so it's very even. If you look into production, there is going to be the second level armor for State significantly before any type of second level attack from QXC, so State will have a slight upgrade advantage at a stage in the game. But right now, QXC is a decent force putting on some pressure here.
There's a scan, trying to see what's going on.
He's going to go for it.
Is he though? He's trying to beat the force. The State's just like, he's not biting.
Oh
my God! He's like, okay, never mind. Pick those guys up.
Look at that.
I like how he tried to target down the medevacs there.
Yeah, really fast reaction from both players. But in fact, QXC is going to come out a little bit ahead there.
It's okay to lose zealots here. You don't want to lose your sentries and stalkers. Minerals are going to be much more expendable. Oh my God! Meanwhile, 2 zealots dicing up a mineral.
This guy got 7 kills.
SCV kills.
I thought
make it 8.
I didn't jump here because I thought QXC just pulled all his SCVs. Actually, probably should have jumped there anyway. But in fact, State does an immense amount of damage here with this warp prism. That warp prism, it should get the kills, honestly.
You think so?
Yeah.
See, I disagree.
Okay.
I think the zealot is actually going into the field of battle and risking his life.
Okay, it should get assists.
Fair enough.
It should get assists.
I agree. I agree.
Just like in your average MOBA game, you get those.
Yeah, I'm not arguing. Warp prisms are very important, but I would give all. The zealot deserves the credit for the kill.
Here we go. The Marine spawning at third base of State.
Confirming it.
QXC with a slight supply advantage, but State's already working on level 3 armor. Meanwhile, QXC is rallying more and more forces across the map, but State has this observer. It's going to spot all the reinforcements from QXC heading towards there. Meanwhile, we do have another kind of drop force poised to go into the main, but there's a stalker squadron there ready to snipe those medevacs. Meanwhile, a big storm there. Actually, QXC... he's taking some losses here, actually.
So he didn't get any colossi, did he? They just straight to storm.
No, straight to storm.
I really like that. I really like that on this map. I think
QXC just lost.
Phenomenal decision.
This is not Protoss blood, guys.
No, that is Terran.
That's all Terran.
Blood. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Maybe you should taste it to find out. No, don't do
Protoss don't bleed.
Right, that's a good point.
You're never going to see Protoss blood ever. Because they don't bleed.
Do you bleed?
I bleed.
You just said you go to Ire, you're Protoss.
I've gone to Ire, but I'm not Protoss.
So they let you in?
They let me in.
Wow.
If you have a special type of jetpack, you get in.
So it's all about the jetpack.
Well, it's like
I think they would have a test of intellectual prowess or something.
Well, Jim Raynor got in. He's not that smart. Here we go. A 4 medevac drop into main of State.
Are you saying that because he's Texan?
No.
You be careful.
He's not Texan.
Is he? He's like a southern drawl. I don't know. Not really southern drawl, but like a like a cowboy type. Austere.
I love cowboys.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that because he's a cowboy.
See?
I'm saying that because I've seen the decisions he makes.
Whoa. So overall, what do you think about that little skirmish?
It was terrible for QXC. And meanwhile, of course, there's another drop from State. This is what we saw State versus Jungle Boy from yesterday, and I think it was the Red Bull Home Story Cup qualifiers.
Look at this. State.
I mean, he just gets so much damage done with these counterattacks. His opponent can do as many drops as he wants, but State will defend at the same time the counterattacks. If you look at workers killed, it's 21 for State, only 7 for QXC, and And you know, where QXC had a 10 supply lead
Yep.
about 3 minutes ago, all of a sudden it's State now with a 30 supply advantage.
And he's just gonna launch himself
Look at
across
the
the
units
map.
lost there.
Yeah, man.
It's horribly in State's favor.
State is doing good things here.
But this could be an overextension. You know, there is no pylon here to warp in.
Oh, he's not Templar there though.
Oh, and all these SCVs are getting massacred. I mean, I almost think you could just back Templar up and just kind of.
Ooh, I think this is a good attack actually. I think it's already worth it.
Oh, that's brutal.
There's a storm. Like, he has 3 bases behind this, so even if he loses his entire army, as long as he kills a lot of SCVs, he already killed a lot of bio. He's already well ahead in units lost. Doesn't want to lose everything, obviously, but look at that, adding 4 more gateways. Those Templar need to be made into an Archon before they die.
You know, they didn't like each other.
No.
They weren't a right fit for a merge, but Azel's going to charge in anyway. Of course, if you look at the upgrades tab, it's 3 armor against 1/1. So
okay, so yeah, you're right about the overextension thing, because
yeah, I mean, it was a mistake, but it was it's like whatever, you know.
Yeah.
He's ahead enough; it doesn't really matter.
all right.
And the upgrades, like, okay, well, actually, QXC is gonna be 2-2, so that's gonna equalize upgrades in just a few seconds. Oh, but look at that army from State.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so much. Let's even look into the volume of the army here. You can see if you look at it on a big screen, it's like
QXC's like, run away.
it's so
Abandoned
obvious.
ship. So ghosts need to happen here very soon.
I mean, he is making ghosts, but
Whoa, what are those white things going across the screen?
oh, that's hail. There's hail on the map.
Oh, sick.
Yep, we're in the Pacific Southwest or whatever.
Yep.
Meanwhile, there's so many charge loss. Medevac's very low in energy,
Boom.
and that's going to be the GG. State had too many units there. You know, it really came down to his defense of the drops combined with his ability to counterattack State consistently and get so much damage done with his War Prism harass. Was just...
Love seeing that.
Yeah.
I mean, State took that pretty convincing too. And that goes to, like, game 1, a lot of Stalkers were forfeited for free. Game 2, that didn't happen, and State got his High Templar out fast. I think it was a great decision on Derelict Watcher. Went for the drops, that was awesome. By the way, Space Guy 4 saying Axelab is completely wrong about the bleeding. Protoss have blood and bleed.
But
if
you watch them die in StarCraft, they kind of disappear. They don't leave.
What do you say to that, Space Guy 4? PK Badger Ruck says, I love Cowboys.
But you know what? It's because Protoss kind of warp back to Ire, so they never really die. Or not Ire, excuse me, whatever their home base is.
TD Yoshi asking, where's the schedule of the event? Do we have a mod that can help him? Bomb Jin, get on it. All right, Damnik says, go, go. I'm not sure why he said that. Shinto says, oh, wait, American Twitch hours. I don't know what that means. Anderson something. He's like, we're funny today. Thank you, Anderson Gustavo. Your name is Spanish, maybe? Gustavo?
Gustavo is a Spanish name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good to have you around. But, guys, we're watching QXC State. We're tied 1-1. It's time to get in Game 3. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back. IEM America's Qualifiers for Singapore Top 2. Getting all expenses paid trip. Don't go anywhere.